Thanks, Morris. Appreciate that very much. We're talking about something very interesting today, something that I don't know too much about when it comes to your retirement accounts. You want to see it grow, but sometimes taking a calculated risk can help get the balance to where you need it to be. Ben Fuchs, the founder of Fuchs Financial, a certified financial planner, is here to explain what risks you can take. Risks, it makes me sound, gets me nervous, Ben.
Okay, well,
but you got to take calculated risks in order. That's what I've always been taught. Calculated risks in order to make the money.
You always. So you need to have some degree of risk. You always need to maintain a certain level of risk in retirement. Otherwise, really, your money's not going to be able to grow at a pace that you need it to.
Do you take less risk as you get older? Is that the key, or?
So that's like the rule of thumb that I kind of dislike strongly.
Okay, very good. Why is that?
Because some people just don't need to take less risk.
Okay.
That's the whole thing, is that they have this whole formula, take 100 minus your age, that's how much you should have in stocks. So if you're 80 years old, you should only have 20% of your money in stocks.
I've never heard that formula. That's really incrable. Okay,
well, good. Well, forget it.
Yeah, forget it.
Pretend I never said it.
All right.
Yeah, because it doesn't apply to a lot of people. A lot of people just aren't. It only works if you're actually dependent on that money, or dependent on all of that money. But for most people, that's not the case, and so they don't need to de-risk in the same way.
Okay.
Now, one of the things that I want to talk about is the VIX.
Is the V-I-X.
Is there a song that goes?
Well, there was remember when Cher used to do V-A-M-P, vamp. So I'm thinking this is the V-I-X, VIX.
Maybe.
You never know.
You never know.
You could have a little jingle with it.
You know what? And if I do, I know who I'm calling.
Thank you so much. What is the VIX?
So the VIX is the fear gauge. It tells us how people are afraid of the market or what's going on in the market. And so what's interesting is that as the fear gauge goes down, that VIX drops. The S&P and the Dow tend to go up. And so what we've seen lately is the Dow Jones at all-time highs, the S&P 500 at all-time highs, typically correlating with me being on the show, as we well know.
Absolutely, 100%.
Now, the word of caution here is that VIX is at close to all-time lows.
Like a 12, did you say it was at? And it's
12.
Based on a scale of what, 1 to 100?
1 to 100. So the highest that it was ever at was during COVID, where it was like clocked in at 82.
And that was horrendous.
That was horrendous. And normally the average is like 18, 19 in that ballpark.
Okay.
Well, last week, a couple weeks before, it was in the 11s. And the last time that it was in the 11s was in 2007. And so what happens is that people get less scared of the market. They get excited because the market's going up. People want to put more money in because they're reaching all-time highs. And that's typically when people get blindsided. So the word of caution here, and you know the old Warren Buffett saying is, what is it? Be greedy when other people are fearful, and be fearful when other people are greedy. And when the market's at all-time highs and people are putting more and more money into it because it's hitting these new highs, that's when it's time to reassess what you have and make sure that you can maintain. Look, I'm a retirement planner. My goal is to make sure that people have enough money to live off of for the rest of their life.
Right.
We always need to take risk, but we also want to make sure that you have your monthly income coming in and you have a safety net for when the market crashes.
Well, this man's name is Ben Fuchs, and if you want to get in touch with him, how do we do that?
Give us a call, visit our website, fuchsfinancial.com. You can come to see our offices. We have one in West Hartford, in Middletown, and Middlebury. You can get us by Zoom.
860-461-1709. We can't thank you enough.
No, I'm honored.
No, I'm honored to have you. I feel like a vixen.
You are a vixen. That's what I heard. That's
Nicole, take it away. You're going to send it to